Good morning, everybody. My name is Louise Golden from Clarity Crafts here in the UK. Welcome to Groovi Tuesday. I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope the weather's okay where you are. It's a little bit cloudy today. It's not very sunny, but it's quite nice having a few cool days after the heat that we've had recently. So it's just nice to not be as hot. But I've got the fan going in here, so hopefully it doesn't make any noise. But it's still quite warm in here. So I'm just going to ramble a little while everybody finds us. I hope the sound is all good. I've got the lovely Jane in the room with you today, so if you have any questions, she's there to help, or if she's going to post any links or anything, she'll be there, and then she'll feed through anything that she wants to ask me as well, in case I don't see it in the chat. So thank you very much, Jane. Sound is fine, thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, so the weeks go so quickly. Before you know it, it's Groovi Tuesday again. I don't feel like we've had a whole week. The celebration, the 10-year birthday celebration, it's gone crazy fast. I can't believe it. But 10 years of Groovi is just crazy how fast 10 years has gone. But I just remember the first time that I started at Clarity, and it was only just started then as well, and I was learning with Barbara and Paul at the same pace, and we didn't have all of the lovely library of Groovi Tuesday videos we have now, but we've kind of learned as we've gone along as well. So it's been good. Yeah, it's a lot cooler here today, so it's it's a little bit nicer. I always find that the heat it's been too hot some days, but can't complain because last year I don't think we had hardly any nice weather. We had a lot of rain and storms, so it was very different last year. So can't complain too much, but yeah. So we're gonna head on with the project that we've been doing the last couple of weeks. So I thought I'd just do one more layer of white work, and then we will head into just using the perga colours today, get all of the colour done, and then we should be good to go with starting some of the borders and the inside parts, which are what did I use, the cross tool and the 5 needle tools to create the border. So we can head into that next week. But so this is the project. Let me go into that. We're gonna there we go. So I love these rub-ons as well. They're so quick and easy. Say for example you weren't quite sure what sentiment to put on, and these are great as well. So say you leave them blank. If you leave them blank and everything, then you can choose later on which sentiment to put on. So if you have all of these cards ready-made, and then you can choose nearer the time, say it's a birthday or an anniversary card, then you can put on the rub-ons when it's time. But yeah, it's been a crazy 10 years, I must admit. So yes, so we're going to head into the white work. So we did one layer of white work last week, but I just want to put a little bit more white work into these larger flowers and the smaller flowers on there, just to create a little bit more of a contrast between the colour and the white work. So I'm just going to do that, and then we'll head into the perga colours. So obviously, because it's we're going for an orange and green theme, so most of these are red, oranges and everything. I might put a little bit of light pink in the flower, just to give a little bit of contrast in the colours as everything. So and this is the plate that we're using for this artwork, just in case you were thinking of getting them. I know a lot of you now have got these lovely plates because they're just so useful. You know, you've got your little sentiment in the middle. You can choose to put either the sentiment in, or you can use your rub-ons, the gold, the black or the white. Great for your techniques as well. So, you know, if you want to practice a little bit of white work or a bit of colour, then you've got different flowers to try. And this is really nice as well. If you wanted to try and colour in like a little droplet, these are really lovely to create little droplets as well. And I think there is a tutorial somewhere. I vaguely remember, I can't remember who did it, maybe Jane might be able to tell me, that there was a tutorial about droplets. It might have been Tina that started it, I'm not sure. But yeah, the droplets would look really lovely with the snowdrops. So yeah, so that's the plate that we're using. And this is the card that we're heading towards. There we go. And this is where we are now. So a little bit of a way to go. So at 2 p.m, I'm just going to turn this over now, use the soft side just to continue with the white work. And while we're doing the white work, I will ramble as I normally do. So there we go. So let's move a little bit closer. Oh, that's nice. There we go. I can see. Yes, I did think Tina Cox created a tutorial with the droplets. I've seen something. It's a long time ago. Right, so just gonna continue. So you can really see the difference after the second layer. So we've been doing this a little bit in the white work course as well. So it's good to see the difference between a first layer and a second layer as well. You can really see the difference when you start layering up your white work. It just makes a little bit of a difference to your cards, I think. You know, it creates that light on the edge of petals that, you know, then you can add your colour afterwards. This really just makes a difference. But yeah. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. What did you all get up to? Anybody, was it gardening or crafting? It's just been such lovely weather recently, but it's yeah, the heat can get a little bit oppressive after, especially in England. For some reason, we have weird heat in this country. But it's nice. I say I shouldn't moan, but I'm still moaning about the heat. So just continuing with our white work, just I flick away from me. Some of our, we can also flick towards you. There we go. This one here. Nice. Watch the tennis. Yes, I know. There's been some good games on. Was it the women's final at the weekend? Oh, thank you, Jane. Yes. So Barbara also did water drops and gems in the shack on paper, but the same techniques apply with the parchment as well. So, you know, whatever you can, certain techniques that you can see that people do on paper, you can also do on parchment. As long as it doesn't involve too much water, you should be fine. That's something that I've been organising for the colouring course as well, is actually using the B's and the A's together. So yeah, it's been fun. Been prepping for that, so it's going well. Only a couple of weeks until my holiday as well. I'm going to Cornwall. Really looking forward to that. Lots. I've had some lovely comments from you guys about what we can see when I go down to Cornwall. But yeah, only 2 weeks to go, I think. So excited. I haven't had a week holiday for a long time. Going away somewhere. I haven't been to a foreign country since I was 21. I travelled a lot when I was younger. But no, I think I just haven't gone anywhere otherwise since I was 21. The last place I went to was Lanzarote. That was lovely. Really pretty. There's some amazing places in the world, isn't there, really? I've always wanted to go to Japan. Ever since I was really young, I just haven't had the opportunity to go, really. But yeah, I mean, it's just such a beautiful country. Oh, that's good. Yes. Spending the weekend doing your groovy. Got to be done, hasn't it? So there we go. So that's the second layer of white work. So it's really popped now. I might just, I don't think I did that leaf. Where's it gone? There we go. You can kind of see the difference between the ones you've done and the ones you haven't. It really does pop because it's been left a week as well. So it's had a good week's rest. Which is just suddenly pops. There we go. Makes all the difference. There we go. So yeah. I watched a good film at the weekend. What was it called? I think it was the next one on from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I think. What is it called? What's it called? Yeah, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny. That's what I thought. Here we go. So I'm just going to create a little bit more white work here, just on the edges. Oh, lovely. Thank you, Jane. Yeah, Sue Carpenter has put a link up on the Clarity Matters blog, I'm guessing for the water droplets. Did Glynis do one as well? I didn't see that. I'll have to use that link after this evening and have a look. I did some little droplets on one of my design pieces recently. I think it was for these floral framers. I did a snowdrops card on that really lovely rainbow parchment, and I did some little droplets. I used to love colouring with colouring gems as well. They're really nice. Love a gem. I always remember as a kid eating those ice gems. Love those ice gems. I always tend to put subjects onto food again. So just doing a little bit more. I've been told as well when I go down to Cornwall, I can't ask for a Cornish pasty. I have to ask for a pasty, not Cornish pasty. Otherwise, they'll know that you're a tourist. So I've been told I have to ask for a pasty.
Good morning.
Hello, Paul.
Good morning, everybody.
Let me
Here
move.
to interrupt today's winner of the Groovi Golden Ticket. And today's winner is Sharon Warner.
Hey.
Congratulations. So we've got one more chance to win. Any orders over £50 placed today, we'll choose the winner tomorrow. And that'll be announced on our social media at 10 o'clock tomorrow. So,
excellent.
Right, back to you. I'm getting ready for Hobby Maker shows tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So, but we'll be back at 2 o'clock.
Yay. Bye, Bye Paul. Everybody say morning, Paul. It's gone now. Quick in and quick out. Oh, well done. Very well done, Sharon, for winning that. So you can either choose your ticket of you can use it for the Groovi Foundation course, the whitework course, the colouring course that will be coming up in September, or the perforating one that will be coming up in November. So the choice is yours, but congratulations. It's nice when you win something. But yeah, so I have to make sure that I ask for a pasty and not a Cornish pasty. It's quite interesting, actually, that they were originally created, so the Cornish pasty, for tin miners when they went down, because it was like a whole meal in a pastry, wasn't it? So it's yeah, it's good. I didn't know that before, but I was reading up on them, and I thought, oh, I don't know why I was reading up on them, but yeah, there we go. So I've done the white work. That didn't take too long, did it? And so now I can do some colouring. So there we go. So that is, let me come out a little bit. That is our piece now done with our white work. Let me move that out of the way. Yeah, so I can't believe where this year has gone as well. This year has gone very, very fast. Right, I'm going to use the Pergamano pens exclusives, the PCEs. They give you a really lovely colour, and they've got double ends as well, which is very helpful for getting into the little bits that you can't always get into with the bigger nib. Yeah. So I am going to use the reds, and I'm going to use them for the roses. So just going around the outside. And just side to side. There we go. And just if you see any bits that you've missed, just touch it up. Yeah, I love these pens. Oh, they held the edge and the crust of the pasty so they didn't eat that bit. So they didn't eat the tin off their fingers. Ah, yes, makes sense. That's why it's got the outside crust. Oh, I didn't know that either. It's a lot I don't know. I like learning though. There's always something to learn. I think that's why I sometimes when I have a love for something, I tend to want to know everything about it. And I suppose that's like with parchment and everything. I have such a thirst for knowledge. Like I have all of these Pergamano books and artist books at home, and I just love learning everything about parchment. But you know, when you have a love for something, you just want to just know everything. You know, you just want to kind of like learn as much as you can and get so much of. There's so much to know about parchment as well. It's like a craft that you're always learning from. You learn from other people because sometimes you think, oh, you know, even people that have been doing it for years and years are always learning from somebody coming into it that's new. You know, just a different way of doing things, you know. And that's the brilliant thing about any craft, really. I mean, I did a lot of mixed media before and used to love going to the retreats with Clarity as well, just to learn. There's so many techniques to learn with stamping and the gel press and everything like that. It's just so much knowledge to know, which I absolutely love. So I've used the red. Talking of retreats, actually, the retreats actually aren't that far off. We've got, I want to use that orange one. There we go. What's that? That's number 23. Oh, maybe I should come in a bit closer. Sorry, Sue. The red one that I was using was number. What number are you? 7. Number 7 to do the red roses, and this one is the number 23 for the these ones here. The other rose. So again, I'll just do the outside, do the outline, and then I'll just work my way from side to side. Got a lovely technique to show everybody in the colour course using the pens. Really lovely one, which you can apply to any flower really, or leaves or anything. So that's going to be it's going to be fun. I like the pens because you can use them because they're water based. You can use them to paint with as well, and you water them down a little bit with a brush. You just have to be careful when you're adding water, really, because obviously parchment doesn't like water. That's why with the pergoliners you always have the B pencils, which you would originally put a light base layer down, which kind of protects the parchment. So you can then use your A pencils on top. But yeah, I agree. I think, yes, we should learn something new every day. I think us as humans, we just love we're inquisitive by nature. So I think learning something new is good for us, because there is so much to learn about the world as well. I mean, you can never stop learning. I was going to take a picture of my grandiflora, in the garden, but I remembered at the weekend, but then the flower wasn't, it had gone. So I'm waiting for the next one to bloom, so I'll take a picture of that one and then show everyone. But they're like the size of dinner plates, they're massive. We've got some lower down this year as well, which is good, because usually they're right at the top and you can't see them very much, but we've got some at the bottom now, so that's really nice. Okay, so I've used the red and the orange. It's coming together. So I'm going to leave these flowers here. I'm going to leave them just white, but I'm going to, this little bit in the inside, I'm going to bring back in my red, actually. I'm just going to give it a, here's just going to be red in this flower. There we go. Just gives you a big contrast there. That's nice. It was a portable mill that they could carry with them. I'm all for portable mills. Is it interesting to kind of like know that, you know, I mean, obviously I know that people still mine today in some relative form, but back in the day, everybody, all of our ancestors had jobs once upon a time, and I wonder sometimes what my ancestors did as jobs and how they managed to survive, to be fair, the plague and, you know, all of these sort of things going through. Linda, no, you can. Linda does block the perga colours. Just depends. I mean, I don't, for this project, because I'm doing it side to side, I want to get that bold colour. Just depends really, because some you can blot if you wanted to. You can also use them with the water brush and kind of just blend the colour out a little bit if you wanted it a bit more dilute. Obviously you don't put water in the water brush, but you can use that to kind of dilute the colour down just by spreading it, because the nib in the water brush kind of helps, even if you very, very lightly just put over a little bit of then you can just spread it on the and dilute the colour down a little bit if you wanted to. But I think it was when Linda was teaching us to do multi-layers or gradient of colours going into each other. Yes, which is another thing that you can do with perga colours. There are so many uses for perga colours. But no, for this I don't need to blot. And also Jane is right, you can smooth the colour over with your finger if you wanted to. Because sometimes you can miss tiny little bits, and instead of going over and kind of, because obviously when you go over the parchment a continuous amount of times, it starts to bobble, because obviously the pens are they've got a lot of ink in them, and they're water based. So when you start going over it acts like there's water on the parchment, which then it doesn't go well. But yeah, so there are other options to spread the colour out with your finger and stuff. I mean, that is an option. And if I was doing, for example, say, I'll just use this pink here. So you can use the pink here just a little bit, and then you can spread out. Obviously, it's easier to do on a larger flower, but you can spread spread out with your finger, but then I end up getting stuff all over my fingers. So I'm going to use the light pink, number 8, in these flowers. And what you'll find as well is, because with the darker pink, I've gone in with the lighter pink, that's kind of mixed the colour as well a little bit. So you can then, if you were going to use a larger colour, and then you would go, when it's dry, you would go slightly over, say for example, use that one, hold on. Okay. I'll wait for that to dry in a minute, and I'll just continue with the flowers. This is a nice pink. Just a nice lighter colour. Yes, you do, because you don't want to end up with perga colours all over your finger. Best to have a tea towel near you, or something you can wipe your hands. Otherwise, you end up with it all over. There we go. So it's just a little hint of pink, tiny little bit. So then when you've got this bit, you can go over and you can actually, like Jane was saying, you can smooth it out. So, but yeah, if you go over, like, go over that a little bit, you can see, like, you can get a little bit of a gradient there. So, and the lovely thing is that you can use your water brushes with them as well. Right, so where was I? I'll do the green now. I'll do this with the very light. There's nice greens actually in the purple colours. You've got nice olive colours, and then you've got some bright colours. I think I might use this bright colour here. That's a nice thing about the poker colours, is they're really lovely and bright as well. This makes all the difference as well when you have a little bit of white work on it, because it gives you that shading without having to do it with your colouring. And yeah, so at home sometimes when I'm colouring and everything, I'll use my light wave, just because it helps if you've missed anything, or I'll use my magnifying glass, which has a light on it, and I can really see anything that I've missed, because my eyesight's not very good. So sometimes you can miss a little bit and not realise that you've missed a bit. So there we go. Those are the leaves. Kind of comes together when you start putting all the colour down. There we go. So now I'm going to continue doing the light green on the little leaves, and then I'm going to come in with a different green for the larger leaves here. There's lots of leaves. It might take some time. Yeah, lots of things to learn with using the pens. Some nice colours as well in the pens. Nice combination of colours. Yes, I agree. The you can use nibs. I had the nib here ready to. I was going to show that, but I forgot the door so well. There is probably some behind me. But yeah, you can move the door soil. You can move with these. Which is nice. Because it's at the end of the day, it's door soils. So even though it's oil based, it's still quite because it's like a liquid. It kind of does blend the perga colours. So that's always good as well. Have I got any? Oh, I have actually. Let me show you. I'm using the 16 for the green leaves. Yeah, they sometimes they can look different to what you see. That's a good idea. So when your perga colours have been completely used up, you can wash the nibs thoroughly and then use them as blending nibs too. A very good idea. Yeah, so I've actually got a little bit of dorsal oil over here, so let me... Have I? There's a little bit. Hold on. Let me grab a spot-on sponge. I should put a little bit of dorsal oil on there. There we go. Little side quest. Nice thing is now it's going to smell lovely in here. The dorsal oil. Nice. Okay, so I'll show you quickly I'll just use the green one here. So I've got my nib with the dorsal oil ready. Maybe I didn't make it wet enough. Yeah, that's it. I didn't get it quick enough. You have to get it quite quick. Doesn't blend loads, but maybe depending on how much. But it blends a little bit. Kind of lightens it a little bit as well. And then obviously the dorsal, I was putting the blending pen into the nib. The dorsal oil will dry, so blends a little bit. You could also, yeah, the water brushes, because they have like, Linda was showing us at a retreat. Was it last year or, I don't know, it was, yeah, maybe last year. You can use the water brush, but you don't have to put any water in the water brush. You can just moisten the nib of the water brush, and that really blends the perga colours. So it's good to kind of like see it firsthand and see what you can do with them. But yeah, so that's what have I used. Where was I? Green. There we go. Green. Let's continue. Oh, wrong nib. Well, it's not wrong nib. You can use both nibs, but still. So just working my way around. Yes, earlier I was going to talk about the retreats actually. The still got spaces on the retreats in August. That will come round before you know it. I think the first retreats are the Monday the 18th and 19th. That's with Barbara, so it's all inky. And then we have one on Wednesday and Thursday, so that's the 20th and 21st of August. And then the Saturday and Sunday one, so there's like a day rest in between. And then Saturday and Sunday, there's the lovely Linda Williams retreat as well. So yeah, so lots to look forward to. I love the workshops. They're always lovely. Always learn something new. That's the good thing about clarity retreats. Always learning. So yeah, so that's something to look forward to. And then it's nice to be able to see all of our friends again. You know, it's a nice way for the community to come together. And then obviously in November time we have our lovely open days. So that's also something to look forward to. And then there's always a workshop linked on after the open days as well. Every Tuesday, go away. You can hear a lorry in the background. I think it's the garbage men come to collect the rubbish. Literally, every Tuesday, go away. Do you know what day it is? Hope everybody can hear me though. They've gone finally. Interrupting our groovy time. Oh, Pat. I hope somebody maybe see who's near you and see if you can share a lift with someone that's living near you, so you can come to a retreat, because they are really good fun. I've been to quite a few, and you're always learning. But I hope you can come, because it'd be nice not to miss out on them, because they are good fun. There's always some mischief going on as well. They're good fun. Everybody has a good laugh. It's just nice to see all of our friends again, you know. Because the good thing is about crafting is it can be very, very sociable. I mean, I know we craft a lot at home, but there's some lovely groups that a lot of our design team as well, you know, Jane and Hazel and Josie, they all have workshops. So if you can get to any of their workshops as well, sometimes it's nice to have that community. But the retreats and the open days are just like amazing for community. I mean, even the online classes. I mean, I know you're at home and everything, but when you have like the lives and everything, you know, you could all talk amongst yourselves, which is really nice. You know, so that's a community, and everybody. The nice thing about doing Groovi Tuesday is I'm always being nosy and having a look at the chat and seeing what everybody's getting up to. Because yeah, sometimes I know I'm crafting and everything, but it's nice when I look up to see everybody having a good old chin wag in the comments and seeing what everybody's up to, how everybody's weekend's been and stuff. But yes, that's the nice thing about, I mean, that's the whole reason I wanted to start crafting in the first place was, you know, creativity. And I was a very, very shy person when I was younger. But yeah, so that was can't remember which green I used. Let's have a look. For the could have been that one. Oh, wrong nib. I think that one's too dark. Okay. Ooh. There we go. So let's use number, what's that? Number 17. There we go. So I'm going to do the big leaves now. The big leaves. So then Jen was saying if you put it on the mix mat, it mixes with the door soil, and then pick it up with a light shade of the colour. So yeah, so you can use your mix mats as well, which is always handy. Those mix mats are very good because they're good when you're using like the Pergamano number 2 brush as well. I use them with the to create your paint palette, and you can mix the Pergaliner pencils, the A pencils, on your mix mat as well if you want other colours of the water based. And you can do that with your B pencils as well. Mix different colours of the B pencils on your mix mat, and then pass over to the which is always very handy. Yeah, 17 is actually a really lovely green, I must admit. We'll have a proper investigation of all on how you could use the Pergocolour pens in the colouring course, which will be up in September. I forgot then. That's bad, isn't it? I forget my brain sometimes if it wasn't attached to my brain, in my head. Now I'm just talking rubbish. Okay, so wonder what, I haven't decided yet what our next project's going to be. I have to start thinking about it now. Maybe we could use the lace plates. Maybe. Thinking. Only got a couple more weeks. Like, what have we got? We've got the perforating and the picot. So we've got maybe three, 4 weeks of this. But in my head, I'm thinking, oh, what am I going to do next? What will soon be here, Jane? The retreats. It's gone, yeah, it's so quick. This year has gone quick. I mean, I started in February. We're now in July. Best thing I ever did. come back to clarity. I just miss the community and the always, yeah, it's just never been as happy in a job as I have been in the last, well, whenever I worked at Clarity last and now. And we have such a lovely community of lovely Clarity friends as well. We're incredibly lucky. We have such lovely friends that craft with us, and it's just nice to see everybody's passion for something, you know, whether it's stamping, stenciling, gel press, parchment. It's just lovely to see everybody's wonderful artwork as well on Groovi Worldwide, and yeah, it's just so lovely. Missed a leaf. How rude. Oh, I've missed some more. There we go. Crisis averted. There you go. Yeah, that's right. September, yeah, will be come around before you know it. There's so much to learn with when you go into colouring. I mean, there's, you know, all of the stuff we have using the perga liners, the perga colours, Dorso crayons. So much to learn. I mean, so much colour work as well, so much, you know, whether you can paint with inks and paints on parchment as well, so there is, then you go into the realms of painting on parchment, and there's some lovely techniques to learn there. But we're going to be here for a while, so we've got a lot of courses to get through. There we go, so that's the orange. Have I missed anything? One thing I actually have missed, which I'm going to sort out right now, I've just noticed. It's very rude. As I try and get out this pen, I've missed the middle of a flower. I've noticed. Where is it? Here it is. There we go. Why is there a lid? Why did I put a lid on an embossing tool? Okay, so where are we now? I think that is it for the colouring, to be fair. Yeah, I believe so. Nice. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that message. Any men's cards in the pipeline? Not that I know of, but you never know. It's you never know. We have got some nice men's, well, you know, they're not just for men, but you've got there's some A6 plates. I don't know if you know, there's some A6 plates in the there's ballooning and cars, and maybe Jane might be able to put the link up for me if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, I can do lace plates next after this. I'm sure that can be arranged. I love those lace plates. They are gorgeous. I mean, everything's always my favourite whenever it's in front of me. It's a bit like all of the lovely design team artwork. You have one and go, oh, that's my favourite. And then the next one comes on, oh, That's my favourite too. Before you know it, you have about 30 favourites. I think it's just because everything's just so lovely. But yeah, the lace plates are gorgeous, and they've been so popular. The new size as well is perfect because you don't miss any of the detail out on the baby plates, but you still get that nice small effect. We're trying to go smaller cards. They're more manageable for learning techniques and everything. So what I thought we'd do next week, next week, we will tackle. We'll tackle something. What are we going to tackle? We're going to tackle I'm going to use a diagonal grid and just create like, I'll just show you because my brain's not working. Just perforating holes in there, just to make it look a little bit, like that lace effect that we all love. Oh, I see. Sorry, Tina. Okay. So, yeah, any men's cards. Okay, yeah. I'm sure I can do a Groovi project for men. I could use those A6 plates, maybe with something. Maybe I could use one of these nice borders as well. Yeah, maybe could extend this border out and put a nice. Yeah, I will at some point this year. I will do a Groovi project with a man's card. I will put that on my list. That's a good idea because sometimes it is nice to have men's cards as well. It is nice to try something a little bit different. So yeah, at some point I'll do a man's card. I'll do maybe the lace one next, and then maybe tackle a man's card. I mean the writing's good because we've got the rub-ons for that. But those the A6 plates with the car and the balloon, and there's lots of different cards in that collection. So there's also gardening. I mean, I know gardening can be man or women's cards, and there's some lovely. It's a garden card or something. There's some of Linda's A5 plates. The one with the greenhouse or the garden shed. That could be good for a man's card as well. That could be good. Just do a garden shed with some. They've got some nice garden spades and everything. That would look really nice as a man's card. And yes, that is a good idea, Jane. Yeah, if you pop ideas or inspiration for man's cards on Groovi Worldwide, we have some lovely ladies that will post all of their makes for man's cards. But yeah, there's quite a few. If you have a look on anything to do with gardening, there's some. And then there's those A6 plates with the balloon, the air balloon, and the cars and the plane, and a ship. I'm sure there's a ship. Yes, there's a sailing ship on one of those plates as well. So they're very good as well for that. But yeah, pop it on Groovi Worldwide, and then you'll get lots of cards of people that have created man's cards in the past, and you'll be able to see that as well. But yeah, so next week, I think I'll tackle I'll use the diagonal grid for that, and then I'll start cutting out the corners. Let me go back on here. Cutting out the corners here, and and then we can tackle the outside border and things like that. And it might take us a little bit of time but we'll start off cutting, doing the diagonal grid and starting off with the good idea as well. What I will suggest is to create a template using the cross tool. So try a box, and I managed to fit 8 cross tools across each layer. So try it on a template, and then you can place that over your work, and we can tackle that next week. We will tackle this with the diagonal grid and this. And if I have time, maybe cut this out as well. So yeah, that'd be nice. Okay, so thank you very much everybody for joining. Thank you very much, Jane, for helping me in the chat with lots of good little tips and tricks on there as well. So at 2 p.m. we have our lovely show with Linda's Floral Numbers. So I know a lot of you have seen the had an email which has got some inspiration on, and also a lot of you have already been purchasing the floral numbers before. So there's some lovely design team work. We're also going to shine a light on the floral alphabet as well at 2 p.m. So don't miss that. That's going to be really good. So today is the last day of the birthday celebration. So we thought that we would finish it off on a high with Linda's floral numbers. So yes, I hope to see you at 2 p.m. with Paul. Paul and I will be there. And have a lovely day so far. And I will see you later. Take care, everyone. Bye.